General Hospital spoilers reveal huge requests, determined moms, comfort and support, and so much more. You won't want to miss a moment of this exciting new episode. Josslyn, Eden McCoy, told Dex, Evan Hofer, she can accept his life as a mobster for the time being rather than him leaving town. She likes him a lot. Therefore, she just can't be apart from Dex, so she is ready to just take matters into her own hands. To that end, Josslyn pays a visit to Sonny, Morris Bernard, and has an important request since he did offer to give her any help she needed at one time. Will she tell him to just let Dex go? Can Sonny even afford to let a man out of his organization after he has already seen and learned so much? Josslyn is likely fooling herself, but she won't give up. Meanwhile, Michael and Dante, Dominic Zamprogna, catch up, and Dante is surprised to learn Michael has called a truce with Sonny. He just wonders if this is what Michael wants or if is he just listening to Willow. Poor Nina, Cynthia Watros, can definitely use a friend who won't criticize her and will do nothing but lend her supports, so at least she has Sasha, Sophia Matson. She might not be her biological daughter, but she is the best daughter that Nina has now. While Nina worries about Willow's, Catelyn McMullen, bone marrow transplant, and whether she will ever have a relationship with the young woman, Sasha is there by her side. Maybe Sasha would like to even put in a good word for Nina with Willow. Sasha doesn't even know she has a new admirer who saved the day for her on the Home and Heart channel. Cody, Josh Kelly, only wanted to help Sasha, but that doesn't mean he still doesn't have a greedy side. That may be why he agreed to meet with Scotty, Ken Schreiner, to sue the WSB. This is all Scotty's idea, but will Cody go along with it? Portia, Brooke Kerr, remains her usual nervous and distraught self, worrying about how Trina, Tabiana Ali, will fare as Curtis's, Donald Turner, daughter, and Spencer's, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, girlfriend. She doesn't even know the results of the DNA tests yet, but it weighs heavily on her mind, as well as Trina's attachment to Spencer. Ava, Maura West, already told her to leave well enough alone, and Portia didn't like that, and she likely won't like what Taggart, Rael Andrews, has to say as well. Will she listen to anyone or go off and do her own thing in her bid to control all aspects of Trina's life, because she really does feel Mother knows best? She is ready to take action, and that does not sound like a good thing. Curtis Ashford kicking ass and taking names in Greenland on General Hospital. His triumph came during the soap's second run at an evil Cassadine plot to destroy the World Story and impressed the World Security Bureau. They were so amazed that they extended him a job offer. Of course, it's not a done deal that Curtis, Donald Turner, will take the new job. Should he, and take up his crime-solving a notch? Here's what almost 3,000 job counselors had to say about that. Curtis can do whatever he wants, 23% shrug, as long as he's not Trina's, Tabiana Ali, biological father. See, if he wants to risk his own life, that's fine. If he wants to make Portia, Brooke Kerr, stay up nights worried about him, well, she deserves it for lying to him. But if Trina is his daughter, he owes it to her to stay alive whether she wants him to or not. Curtis has his hands full running a club. That's also being used as a gambling den by Selena Lydia Look. He doesn't need a new hobby, 34% have decided, and what he really doesn't need is to try to balance a criminal enterprise with fighting for truth, justice, and the American way. That is destined not to end well. He needs to pick one or the other, and we know how deeply he's into the crime thing. On the other hand, 43% would like to point out the obvious. Curtis would make a super sexy spy, and that trumps all else. Yeah, Trina. Yeah, Portia. Even a vindictive Selena. Forget all that. And instead, imagine Curtis in a tuxedo, trading quips with a guy stroking a cat. Imagine him fighting off sharks, shirtless. And imagine him outsmarting anyone who comes his way, Cassadine or not. Yeah, now you've got it. General Hospital recap features Curtis Ashford pouring his heart out to Jordan before making a big move. In this episode, Curtis wondered if the DNA test was the right thing while Portia vowed to take matters into her own hands regarding Spencer and Trina. Azam grew suspicious of Alexis and Sam, but Alexis explained to the young woman why she needed a job. Molly and TJ got bad news from Dr. Navarro and wondered what to do next. Finally, Holly and Robert came to a conclusion about their relationship. The messenger deliveries continued with Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, being the next to receive an invitation to the reading of Victor's Charles Shaughnessy will. This immediately worried Portia, Brooke Kerr, because of Trina's, Tabiana Ali, involvement with the Cassadine family. Curtis, Donald Turner, tried to reassure Portia, but it didn't do much good, even when Curtis praised Spencer for his actions in Greenland. Meanwhile, Trina didn't even want Spencer to attend the reading but soon became distracted when Taggart, Rel Andrews, was the next person to arrive in the hospital halls. Finally, a lab tech arrived to see whether Cutis or Trina wanted to get their cheeks swabbed first. Curtis volunteered to go first as Trina waited nervously. When Curtis returned to the Savoy after his test, Jordan, Tanisha Harper, snuck up behind, prompting Curtis to wonder aloud if he did the right thing taking the DNA test. Jordan assured him that he did, but Curtis wondered if Trina would be better off believing Taggart was her biological father. He wanted what was best for Trina, but also wanted the results to show she is his daughter. When Jordan vowed to stand by Curtis's side no matter what, he grabbed and kissed her, and she didn't argue. Sam, Kelly Monaco, was surprised to see Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, showing Esme, Avery Kristen Pohl, around the invader offices. Esme remembered Sam from when she asked her some questions at Spring Ridge and worried she was a reporter, but Sam explained that Alexis was her mother. This only served to make Esme more paranoid that even the Cassadine women were trying to manipulate her. When Alexis introduced Esme as her new receptionist, Esme wanted out because she wasn't even sure if she should trust this job offer. Alexis managed to get Esme to stay by reasonably explaining that Ace being a Cassadine made Esme family and that any mother would be happy to have a job to support their child. Esme agreed to keep the job and left, which prompted Sam to wonder if Alexis knew what she was doing. Alexis assured her she wouldn't be snowed the way she was when she was nice to Harmony. Just then, Alexis got her will reading invite, and Sam announced she had one too. They both wondered what Victor was really up to with this will. The subject then turned to Gregory Harrison, but Alexis refrained from telling Sam that Gregory has ALS. She did mention she hadn't heard from Gregory since he told her bad news she wasn't about to reveal to Sam. Spencer was later shocked to see Esme get off the elevator and was even more surprised when she told him she was there to get a drug test for the new job his aunt Alexis offered her. Spencer and Trina were immediately suspicious of this job offer, but Esme explained she needed money, so she took the job. When Esme was gone, Trina told Spencer that Esme's job was a good thing because there was a better chance she'd stay in Port Charles with Ace. Portia watched the entire close exchange between Trina and Spencer and was not happy at all. She told Taggart she was ready to put the kibosh on things. As for Molly, Haley Polos, she and TJ, Taj Bello, were both nervous wrecks as they waited for her doctor to meet them in an exam room. Finally, Dr. Navarro arrived and confirmed that Molly had severe endometriosis. A fertility test showed that Molly would likely never be able to conceive a child. However, she did tell them there could be alternatives to becoming parents. That didn't matter to a distraught Molly, who only wanted to cry in TJ's arms. At the Savoy, Robert, Tristan Rogers, wondered what Holly, Emma Sams, was up to with Selena Wu, Lydia Look, and accused her of doing something nefarious. Holly asked for a moment alone with Robert and explained Ethan's, Josh Ryan, plight. She needed money and thought Selena might be able to help get her a quick influx of cash. Robert wanted to help her, which prompted Holly to admit she was in love with him. Still, she didn't want to get him in any trouble while she helped Ethan, but Robert didn't know how they could have a relationship if she kept her illegal activities a secret. Robert promised to always be there for her, but he didn't see how they could be together. A tearful Holly realized she'd likely lost her chance with Robert. Finally, Holly and Robert shared a tender kiss goodbye.